Imagine this. Two people receive exactly the same paycheck. One person saves 20% of it, almost without thinking. The other promises to save every single month. But somehow, the money is always gone. The strange part? Neither person is bad with math, neither is lazy, and neither earns significantly more. So why does saving money feel almost impossible for millions of people? The answer isn't your income, it isn't inflation, and it isn't a lack of discipline. It's your brain. Because every time you choose between spending money today or saving it for a future version of yourself, your brain treats those two people as complete strangers. And once you understand why, you'll never look at saving money the same way again. But before we begin, if you're fascinated by the hidden psychology behind money, wealth, and human behavior, make sure you subscribe to Cootie Wealth Creation. We uncover the unseen forces that shape your financial decisions and help you think like the people who quietly build lasting wealth. Now, let's discover why saving money feels almost impossible and how wealthy people beat the system. Meet David. David works hard. Every payday he tells himself, this month is different. He even opens his banking app, looks at the balance, smiles, and transfers nothing. Instead, he orders food, buys clothes he wasn't planning to buy, upgrades a gadget that still works perfectly. By the end of the month, his account looks exactly like it did the month before, empty. David isn't alone. Millions of people repeat this cycle every month. Not because they don't want financial freedom, but because their brains evolved for survival, not investing. Thousands of years ago, there were no savings accounts, no retirement plans, no investment portfolios. If food was available, you ate. If resources appeared, you used them. Because tomorrow wasn't guaranteed, that survival instinct still lives inside us. Your brain naturally values rewards you can enjoy today, more than rewards that might come years later. Psychologists call this present bias, and it quietly influences almost every financial decision you make. Here's an experiment. Imagine someone offers you $100 today, or $120 next month. Many people choose the money today, not because it's the better deal, but because today's reward feels real. The future reward feels distant. Researchers have discovered something fascinating. When people think about themselves 10 or 20 years from now, many parts of the brain respond almost as if they're thinking about another person. In other words, saving money often feels like giving your hard-earned cash to a stranger you'll never meet. Now imagine Sarah. Every payday, she automatically transfers part of her salary into investments before she even sees the money. She doesn't rely on motivation. She relies on systems. That's the difference. David fights his brain every month. Sarah removes the battle entirely. Many people believe wealthy people simply have more self-control. That's rarely the whole story. They build environments that make good decisions easier. Think about it. If cookies are sitting on your kitchen table, you'll probably eat them. If they're locked away somewhere difficult to reach, you'll probably eat less. Money works the same way. Rich people often automate saving, automate investing, automate paying themselves first. They remove temptation before temptation appears. Because discipline eventually gets tired, systems don't. The goal isn't becoming stronger than your impulses. The goal is designing a life where your impulses have fewer opportunities to win. That's one of the biggest differences between people who slowly build wealth and people who spend years wondering where all their money went. Most people think saving money is about giving something up, but that's backwards. Saving isn't losing money, it's buying options. Options to leave a job you hate, options to start a business, options to help your family, options to sleep peacefully at night. Every dollar you save quietly purchases a little more freedom. You may not notice it today, but your future self will. The next time you feel guilty because saving money seems impossible, remember this. Your biggest enemy isn't your paycheck. It's a brain designed for a world that no longer exists. The people who become wealthy aren't always the smartest. They're the ones who understand their own psychology and build systems that work with it. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to Cootie Wealth Creation. On this channel, we uncover the hidden psychology behind money, success, and the habits that quietly shape your future. And remember, the greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in the stock market, it's in the way you think.